bang. And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK Show, and this is going to be episode 476. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK Show, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Batman issue 6. So we have not actually did a comic book review together in quite some time. And that is literally due to the fact that I have been, as you guys know, trying to get another job. And I want to get a second job because, as you guys know, living in California by myself, it's always uncertain what other expenses may come up in California. Maybe randomly, one day I spill Gatorade into my $1,000 computer that my friend bought me for my birthday last year. And you got to just go into your own savings and get a new computer because the other previous one you had before the gaming PC that you were given for free for your birthday, that one is a piece of shit that you got in 2018. So we're all just going through it these days. People are just having a lot of problems. Also, if you guys don't see Full Metal Nate around for a little bit, he said something's going on with his family right now. It's a family emergency he's had to deal with. So, hopefully that situation gets better. And, things are just so crazy. But don't worry, guys. I am so close to getting this other job. I can almost taste it. Like I can almost just lick my hand right now and chocolate would come off of it.
Sure.
Good Lord. Oh, also another thing. So, Dingus, could you believe that I got a full-time job interview to work at a place, right? A front desk receptionist, okay?
Okay.
And it was, to be fair, luckily, the ending good news is I do get a second chance tomorrow. That's the good news. But today, I was supposed to be at there, and I woke up early, everything. Guess what happened? I ended up going to the wrong office, actually, because the only one that I know is right up the street from my house. Literally, like, 5-minute walk from my house. I could walk back and forth from work if I got hired at that place. But we were there early. No one was there. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? So then I was like, hey, maybe they misscheduled me. We came back home, and I looked at the email, and when we read the address again, we're like, oh, that's a different place. So I went to the wrong freaking office, and by the time I got there, she said it was over, but you can come back tomorrow. And then I made sure to get a time. So yeah, that big interview I told you guys about that I was gonna have today, I didn't have it because I went to the wrong place. And I'm gonna be that guy. I thought it was a person named, okay, well, I can't say the first name, Chang, right? So Chang is Asian, right? Both of them are Asian, let's just say doctors, right? I thought it was that Asian doctor. But it turns out there's another Asian doctor literally like up the street from my house, which is actually even closer. That one's like literally I can walk a block up and it's right there actually. So God damn, just why do Asians all gotta just their last names sound the same too? Like God damn. Fuck. I just got so fucked in the ass today. It wasn't even funny, right? Woke up like, man, I got up at 7:00. My hair was done. I put on the suit and everything, only to find out I went to the wrong place. But luckily, I get a second chance tomorrow. So tomorrow, I get a second chance, and I can make it all better, actually.
Well, hopefully this time you read the right address. And
yeah, because I'm really pushing the whole black people can't read, stereotype here actually a lot. So yeah, that big interview that I told you guys that I got, which I literally did get, I have proof that I got it. I actually went to the wrong building. Fuck. Why do Asian fucking doctors have to have the same last name? God. Good Lord. And keep in mind, I really want this one because this is literally everything that I could want out of a job. Now, to be fair, they obviously are going to have a different way they do things compared to the job that I currently work at right now. But, It's totally fine. It's totally fine. MSK, lay off the crack. Tony, I wasn't doing crack. I did that sober. That was literally just my brain doing that. You know? Okay, so they said
imagine what
tomorrow,
crack does.
Yeah, she said tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, the confirmation email is 8:45. So please arrive at 8:45, and interviews will start at 9 a.m. Okay, so that means I gotta be there like 8:30, right? Gotta just be there a little bit early. Dingus, don't worry, I can read. Okay,
Sure.
I wasn't nervous at all. I didn't even get the interview. I literally did. When I asked her, it's like, hey, I'm a little bit. I was gonna say, hey, our car broke down. I was gonna say I got pregnant or just something stupid, right? But no, I didn't get a chance to interview until tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be all ready. No mess ups. I am just perfectly fine with whatever life throws at me. I did have an interview at one place. What's today? Today's Friday, right? Is today Friday? Yeah. So I had an interview Thursday, which was yesterday. That one went very well. So, if this one doesn't, I'm trying to have a bunch of interviews. That way, if something hits back, then I already covered all my bases, because as you guys know, I'm just not putting all my eggs in one basket, as you should never do. So even when I get new job offers thrown to me right now, even before you started doing this episode of the show, I literally just threw in the application there. Even though what's crazy is one of the ones that I applied to literally gave me an interview and then canceled it for the same thing that literally I got a job interview request to come in, not this week, but the following week, Wednesday. And then they said it's canceled. And then they relisted that same position again.
Okay.
It's crazy.
They just didn't like you.
This thank you come again guy who owns a hotel here in town. I'm talking like he's one of those thank you come agains.
Thank you, come again.
It literally sounds like that. Told me a few weeks ago, hey, can you come in sometime Friday morning? He wasn't even there. Turns out he doesn't even live here. He only comes in he comes to the hotel, twice a week? Wait, so why would you have me go to this building? You're not here. Fill out a paper application that I already filled out on whatever. Oh, God, man. This is just, I hate it.
I don't love the world.
I don't know what this world is. What is this world? I think the lady said they're starting. I don't know. Should I be there at 8 tomorrow? Because it's saying right here I have to arrive at 8:45. I'm pretty sure she said 8:45. Hopefully I don't miss out this time around. But I mean today's was right. So this is probably it says Saturday 8:45 a.m. So I'm gonna be there at 8:30. So it's gonna happen, guys. I can almost just taste it. Dingus, you don't know what happened. I had this dream. Okay? And I usually never do this. So you guys know I'm not telling you some bullshit. I had a dream. It said I got hired. It literally was in fiery, red, bold fucking font. You're hired. It came to me in a dream, Dingus. It came to me in a dream.
Well, you said it's fire, so does that mean it's like the devil and it's just like you're cursed and,
No, it literally just said, it was just a bunch of burning letters. I didn't really think too much of it. The only devil is my wife. She, bangs like every guy in town actually, and she sucks them off. But, happens obviously. So how's Dingus been? We haven't seen Dingus in 2 weeks. And it wasn't because we didn't want to do the show together. It's literally just because I've just been working on that day that we normally would do the show. So it's just been very busy for me recently with job stuff. But Dingus, You're still alive. You're not
I'm
dead.
still alive, nearing the end of the school year or school semester, so I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think kind of next week kind of begins like the little bit crazier dash to the end. But I've had a couple of really cool things come out this week that's not attached to Dinguston that I'm really happy about. This week was really heavy in the world of video game releases. And so, do you know
I do keep up with video game news, actually. I try to keep up with most of it still to this day.
Sure.
It's a lot. Like, fucking hell. There's days where, like, literally the most recent video game news that I know was that they announced, it's essentially video game adjacent. they announced the Call of Duty movie coming out in a couple of years from now at CinemaCon. So that, I mean, technically, to be fair, that's video game adjacent, movie adjacent news. What's the other thing? I know there's a new game that came out a few weeks ago called Crimson Desert. I don't know if you played that.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. It's fun. But there's a game that just came out today, a new Capcom game called Pragmata, and I had the chance to review that, and so I have a written review up for it on nerdreactor.com.
Did you get early access, essentially?
Yes, I did. I got to start it like 2 weeks ago from today.
Wait a minute. So now you have are you bragging that you have industry connections? Is that why you wanted to tell me that?
Well, I've had some cool opportunities come my way, and so is my second video game review I've done. I hope to do more of those.
Okay. So, are you going to be doing them on a separate YouTube channel?
Well, it's all for my friend John, who runs Nerd Reactor. I don't know if you know of him at all.
The Asian guy, right?
Yes. And so he's a good friend of mine, and so he's asked me sometimes here and there if I ever want to do any reviews and stuff. And I've done a couple. I might have some other ones coming out or coming up sooner or later. Just depends on if we get the access to it or not, essentially.
Okay.
So but yeah.
What other game? Because you said second one. What was the first one you did?
High on Life 2, which came out
Is that a movie title?
Not 2 weeks ago, two months ago.
High on Life 2. Is that my book title or something?
Do you not know what that is?
No, I'm not a nerd. I'm not Chad. I go to bars and have sex with girls. I obviously I don't game like you.
A few years ago, there's a game called High on Life, which is from this game studio that Justin Roiland started. And like it has like all that Rick and Morty-esque humor, and like the guns you shoot. It's a first-person single player shooter game, and it's the guns you shoot have talking faces and they talk to you and all this stuff. It's so funny. Like if you're into that Rick and Morty-esque humor, you'd enjoy the game. And so like the overall plot of the first game is that humans are being abducted and being used as illegal drugs. Humans are just a good substance for drugs, and so you have to rescue the human race. And then the plot of the second game is drugs are now being officially part of a pharmaceutical company, and so you have to now rescue humans from being a legal drug. And so it's so funny. Oh
God! I mean,
the Morty-esque stuff.
I will say those games have their niches. They have their little audiences. I would say, okay. I mean, I'm at a point now where I'm simply just so intelligent. I think my brain processes information so fast that I might just be a supercomputer. I think I've basically become.
Oh, you think so?
At this point, my brain just processes so much information that normal humans can't even possibly comprehend how smart I am. Now, to be fair, if you guys believed anything if you guys just believed anything I just said, you're a moron, actually. But this just one of these things where this is in the English dub version, so probably not in the sub version, which is better. In one of the Yu-Gi-Oh movies, the character named Seto Kaiba, he had a line of the dub version, and it went like, "Hey, I built a computer to tell me how smart I was." I typically don't laugh at anime jokes; they're not funny. But I just unironically laughed so hard at that one. Man is so filthy rich, he bought a computer just to tell him how smart he was. Jesus Christ! How much free time can one person have? Just imagine that, But as you guys know, for the comic book industry, maybe we don't have time for that today. We'll just cover it a little bit. We'll probably just maybe instead of doing a comic book review next week about something, we'll probably just cover this as a dedicated video, because I know a lot of people are going to want me to give my opinion on the Marvel Studios layoffs that happened. And I told you guys last night on the MSK Show episode that we did, where we talked about it, I was going to save the comic portion of it for an actual video, because most of you guys who watch don't really read the comic books. Very few people do. So, because the comic section of it is a whole different can of worms to open than like talking about the MCU or the Disney Plus MCU shows, or even the video games, actually. Like, more of you guys, I'll be honest here, most of you guys would know what Marvel Rivals is, even compared to like most comic book runs out there. I would argue a lot of the characters in Marvel Rivals come from just playing that game. Like a lot of people are like, hey, MSK, do you know how popular Magic is? I was like, yes, I've known who Magic is forever. You just know who she is now. Like it's like that person who discovers, hey, dude, did you just discover like there's socks who can heat up your feet? Yes, I've known this forever. You're just discovering it now. But crazy things, right? So and I know from the layoffs, and the reason why I wanted to cover the layoffs is not particularly because I like covering these things. Is I know there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that cover like these layoffs and everything. I don't typically do that for my news videos because like there's layoffs that happen in a lot of these big conglomerate-esque companies, right? So like Sony, Disney, Paramount, Universal, Lionsgate, all these companies are always going to have layoffs, guys. It's just the fact of when you have like that many people working for you, they're going to have layoffs at some point to cut costs. That's not the problem. The problem with this round of layoffs comes into the fact that Marvel Studios, apparently all their divisions got hit the hardest. So other divisions in Disney got hit hard, but this one got hit the hardest. And a lot of the, how would I say, lingo that's going around with how the reporting is going is that, people don't get this, now the comic side of it gets to be a big part of it because a lot of it is coming into the fact of they want to now hire people based off contract work. Do you guys know what part of their company has pretty much been that way ever since the inception of it beginning? Marvel, it's the comic side of it. The comic side of it, unless you are a salaried employee like Chip Zdarsky is now going to be for Marvel Comics, you are considered a freelance contractor worker. So so does Marvel not give you a tax return? If you're a salaried employee, you probably get a tax return. But if you're someone like, I don't know, just throw a name out there, fucking hell. Let's just say Gail Simone, right? Let's say Gail Simone has been a freelance contracting writer for them. Well, there's different stipulations to paying a contract worker than it is to pay an employee on payroll. So have you guys noticed that, like, okay, let's just say Dingus's toilet gets clogged, right? I would imagine you call a plumbing company, right? Or you call a plumbing company where it's just like one guy does everything and he's a contract employee. There's two differences between that. The payroll employee and the contract employee can charge, it's much different charging, right? So a payroll employee is going to have a set amount of money they're already going to make pending what the employer structures, right? A contract employee does not. A contractor employee can kind of like, if you're hiring from contract work, they can say, oh, give me $300 and I'll unclog Dingus's toilet. Okay. That's it. It's over, right? But the problem with that, you know what the problem with that is? That goes into the comics section of the discussion I want to have. That's the issue. If you create something for them and you just only wanted, like, let's say they offered you, okay, let's say you want to work on one of the newest seasons of Daredevil coming up and they have you create his costume and they give you like $2,000 an episode for that. Now, after that show's over, that's it. You don't get paid residuals for that. It's over. There's a major, that's not even a word. There's a major reason why they want to move everyone to how they kind of contract people to work at the comic section. If you can get people on freelance and contracting work, I'm pretty sure it is much more cheaper for them than it is to keep someone on payroll. Another reason why you don't want someone on payroll. Do you guys know this thing called health insurance? Being that big of a company, you have to offer benefits, and benefits cost a fuck ton of money. And dental insurance, health insurance, maybe you're offering car insurance, maybe you're offering paid vacations, maybe you're offering Social Security, maybe you're offering 401k benefits. All that stuff adds up. You don't have to offer any of that if they're all contracted. You don't. None of that's offered if you're contracted. That's why they're moving more people to being contractors, because they pay significantly less money payroll versus contracting. Now, is that going to make people not work with them? I doubt it. These people have literally no standards. Marvel could literally say, draw a comic book based on a pickle fucking a strawberry, and they would do it because they have no life. And this is all their life is. But like the comic section getting hit hard makes complete sense, right? All their decisions have been ass. X-Men, probably debatably the biggest superhero team ever created in the human history, is just a complete tanking sham at this moment. Do you guys know they've had like 2 or 3 different rebrands in the last like 2 or 3 years, and all of them have failed? Yeah, all that's failed. That's it. Like X-Men is a complete failure. Spider-Man, outside of, let's just say, Ultimate Spider-Man, and I know some people like the Nick Spencer run and a few of the runs here and there. Okay, so minus a few runs here and there, and also Spider-Man is nothing. What else is there? Hulk, once in a blue moon gets a decent run, right? Once in a blue moon. Could be like 5 years this guy's waiting, right?
I hear Captain America's pretty good.
Captain America's books are always constantly canceled at 10 issues. He can't. Iron Man with Joshua Williamson, hopefully that's going to last like somewhat 10 issues, because this, even putting Joshua Williamson on a book like that still isn't getting it the sales it deserves. And we reviewed issue 1 here. I liked it. I liked the first issue. I thought it was very good, actually. But looking at those sales charts, that book is probably in the 70s now. And that's, what did you do to Iron Man and make this character not anything, right? So Black Panther, there's something with Black Panther there. Their creative decisions as far as like how their events are structured, how their omnibuses are mapped, how their collected editions are mapped, how their collected editions come out. There's so many problems. Could you imagine all this stuff piling up, guys, over like 10, 20 years? Yeah, of course that would result in layoffs. So keep in mind, Disney's only owned them since 2013. So like, okay, so let's just go after Endgame. After Endgame was 2019, right? Now we're at a 7-year point. And we're at a 7-year point where their comic division, guys, Amazing Spider-Man can't sell. Amazing Spider-Man is selling still good, but it's not like a top tier book anymore, which it always was. It was never a book out of like the top 5, never a book out of even the top 3, actually. Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk, Captain America, Uncanny X-Men, all the other X-Men adjacent people. It's just all burning down. I don't even know how to help them. It's not possible. It's just, unless you literally fire and restructure, that's the only way to do it, actually, right? But I don't know what your opinion is on a lot of the layoffs that happened at Marvel Studios, specifically like the comic side of it. Do you think this changes anything, or do you think this is a result of like how badly their company's been structured for a while?
To be honest, I haven't looked too deeply into it. I mean, I've seen obviously a bunch of editors have gotten fired. That's the main thing, right? It's a bunch of editors.
And the senior VP guy who's been there for a very long time, senior VP's out, and a few of the editors too. And it's like, the thing here is, okay, guys, here's another decision randomly that they made stupid, okay? There's this thing called the Marvel Premiere Collection. So we did a video on my comic channel about it. Essentially, that was supposed to be like their compact comic line. Do you know what they did? The point of people buying compact comics is to buy them at the manga price point, and you get a complete story arc, right? Keep in mind, Marvel did all that right, except one thing. They charged $15. Completely forgetting why it was a successful line to begin with is because the $10 price point is the attractive thing which makes someone want to buy it. That is the major point of it. It's not because of what's in the book. It's the fact that it's fucking cheap. And Marvel literally went, ours is a premiere. Okay. Same story arc, full run. Okay. 15, 20 bucks. Fucking hell. You people just can't be saved. You know what's going to be crazy? They're actually going to release a compact comic line. Near mint condition, Omar put out a short of it. They're actually going to do a compact. I would imagine one so far. They're going to be doing like a Spider-Man Brand New Day compact comic based on some of the stuff in there. So, but it just hear what I just said there. Why do they have to make another collected edition book when they could have just did it right the first time? Why?
Or even then, like, I don't feel like they've done enough of those to say that it couldn't be that just the price, right? Like they already did everything else. It's like, just fess up that you screwed up. Everybody already knows it, you know. And so, but going back to your earlier question, it's one of those things that I hope will make things better. It's a lot of those titles that you're talking about that aren't selling well. I think the quality of what I know, some of those are good. It's just a matter of like being able to sell them. And I think there's a couple of things that really drag down the company overall that they need to figure out. Mm-hmm. And this could be a longer way to help step it up, of if it's these editors just not working together as they should or something. something that recently really stood out to me is I've mentioned before on here how I'm a really big fan of the cosmic side of Marvel. And, we had the whole Imperial, we got all the series, and then we were promised 10 issues of all those series. Oh, never mind, we're not getting 10 issues of any of the series. It's now at 5, right? And something I looking at this, realizing.
Keep in mind, guys, this just happened. What you just said, that just happened less than a month ago. They literally promised a whole new line of their Cosmic Universe initiative. So, think of their Ultimate Comics re-initiative, right? They did that for the cosmic side of it less than 2 months ago. They were ongoings and all that stuff. All shit the bed. All got 5 issues. Guys, it just happened. They can't even keep a promise.
I got to meet the inker to Imperial Guardians last month, and I was talking to him about this. And what he was saying is Dan Abnett had a 10-issue plan, and he was like, they were just given 10 issues, and he's like, he doesn't know what's happening, if they're going to actually give it or not, if they'll be doing the whole thing or not. But we'll see. I don't know. I hope, as far as Imperial Guardians go, that first issue, I think is great quality-wise. I think Dan Abnett's a fantastic writer. I think not enough people look at his stuff, and I don't know. I'm getting tired of these sort of false promises for Marvel. But I think I wonder if what part of it has to deal with, though, is how disconnected everything is what my original point is I was trying to get to. Mm-hmm. I think it was last week we got a bunch of previews of that Queen in Black event that we're getting over the summer. and sure, say what you want about the name, but some of those pages, though, as I was saying, I'm like, this looks really cool because it has a bunch of the cosmic aspects in it. I didn't realize how cosmic he was going to get in these cases. We saw preview pages with Better Ray Bill shows up with the giant sword out. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks badass. That looks awesome. But then another one that shows up there is Nova, and it's like, wait a moment. Could this be why it's getting canceled? Is because these cosmic characters are getting affected by a giant event that they didn't plan for properly ahead of time? Which it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case because of how messy some of their storytelling is. And so that's one big thing, I think. The other thing is the events are way too massive. Everybody complains about events in the comic industry, yet when people need to look at it, they need to realize that there's really only one company that does it awfully, and that's Marvel. And it's hurting DC because of how bad Marvel's giving the rep of comic events.
Yeah,
I think DCKO did it perfectly good. DCKO had theirs over the month of 5 months, and then each of the series they acted like as side adventures. Sure, you could say that those side adventures could have been better and could have connected to the event a little more. But the way they did is they don't make a billion freaking miniseries and one shots and everything. DCKO, it was a massive event, only had maybe 4 one shots, I want to say, maybe it's only 3. And all the tie-ins were already running series and not a bunch of new stuff, when Blood Hunt came along, we got Blood Hunt Wolverine, Blood Hunt Hulk, and blah, 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 and all the stuff that we didn't need. Versus DC just changes Hulk's in Justice League. Yeah, Justice League's a tie-in. It's not a separate Justice League series. So,
do you guys remember their One World Under Doom event? You probably don't, because first of all, it's barely advertised. It's something that really should have been an ultimate thing based off who this character is, and nothing came of it. Blood Hunt, the event based around vampires killing people and taking over, coming out in spring. These are just things on the top of my head that I'm remembering right now. Just the random things that I'm remembering, just because their decisions are so unbelievably awful. Actually, I'll go over another one of their unbelievably this one's not as bad, but the name is just so lazy. This is so pathetically lazy. Okay, you guys know Marvel and DC are, let's say they like each other again, because they have to, based on the fact that their numbers were horrible at one point. So they're like, you know what? Let's let bygones be bygones. Come on. Let's team up again. So they did team up again, and a lot of people like the crossovers. And I read one.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
It was very good. I actually will say Zeb Wells being the first one to have a crack at it was a mega red flag. But you know what? He did it. He did actually do a good job.
I liked his.
I
actually surprisingly liked his more than Grant Morrison's, which is probably a crazy thing to say, especially when I'm a big Grant Morrison fan. But
this is Marvel's. This is so as we get the crossovers separately, they do like their own. This is Marvel's title for their crossover hardcover and trade paperback coming out later this year. The stupid name, The Dead of Night and Other Stories.
Was that the title of one of the
It might have been,
crossovers?
But this title is terrible. The Dead of Night and Other Stories. If you solicit shit on a book and it says, fucking hell, Deadpool, Batman, Captain America, Wonder Woman, or it was Green Arrow and Daredevil and all that other stuff, you can't make up any better name than this. Oh, and DC, you're not off the hook either. Look, the Cosmic Kiss Caper and what the fuck are these names?
I think that was like the title of the DC story, if I remember right, which is
it
probably
is.
Why.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've read that name when I went over the League of Comics-y stuff, but it's just like.
I was trying to find the name of what it's called, so I can.
You could make a better name. There's no other better name you could come up with for a book that's supposed to like celebrate,
those are the actual names of those main stories. So,
God, if these don't sell, oh my God, they'll definitely sell just based off the novelty of Marvel and DC crossing over anyway. But it's just why? And also the cover art doesn't look that good either. It's just they could have done way better
covers. Something especially with the first two of Batman, Deadpool, and Deadpool, Batman.
The Superman Spider-Man covers have been
covers.
The Superman Spider-Man crossover. Oh, those have been amazing. Those were so good. But I hate names like these. But it's just this is me just kind of going through. Also, as you point out, do you guys know King in Black, created by Donny Cates? Marvel's we have the Queen in Black. It's just all right. Is that like supposed to be some girl that I see on Section 8 housing out here? Fucking that's some black girl. I'm supposed to know Queen in Black. Who's that? Is Shaq? Wait a minute. Is Shaq the King in Black? Whatever. Doesn't matter. These are jokes I'm just conjuring in my head right now. But but it's like, okay, you have a Queen in Black event. You have your Doctor Doom event. You have all these events. It's nothing happening. Keep in mind, they have another big event coming up with the Avengers coming up. It's going to be called Avengers. There's like Armageddon or something like that. It's supposed to be done by Chip Zdarsky. Yeah, there's going to be another Avengers event. Now, is Chip Zdarsky going to fix like their continuity problems? Who knows? I don't know, honestly. And keep in mind, he can do it. He can try to enact whatever he wants. I'm not even saying he can't do it. Is he going to be allowed to do it? I don't know what his position actually is going to be at Marvel Comics. Actually, is he going to be like some sort of architect? I'm pretty sure that's how he's kind of phrased it, but I have no idea what is going on with their company. They have just so many events going on. Or you know what's even crazier? They'll have like these MCU tie-in comics that come out like a year later. Do you guys know that Fantastic Four tie-in comic we talked about on the channel with Warren a long time ago for a video? That comic came out a few weeks ago. Keep in mind, what I just said there, a few weeks ago this came out. That movie that came out for Fantastic Four came out last year in July.
Well, wait, I know they did 2 one-shots.
Yeah. Then you have the one with Shala Ball that's coming out, and it's like there's one coming out for the female Silver Surfer. No one why? There's one coming out for the female Silver Surfer. Holy crap. Oh, this company. This company can't do no wrong, apparently. But it's okay. It's okay, guys. I have the tools to cope with whatever life throws at me. Don't worry. If things can get better or blacker, X-Men United. Yeah, they had another X-Men book that started that was called X-Men United #1, written by just some buttfuck nobody. That probably didn't sell that well. Ultimate Wolverine series finale is this. Yeah, it was this week, actually. That's a series finale of it. I think it was this week or last week it had it. This is going to be... this is an interesting one. Okay. I think this one... but this is probably inspired by the movie that's coming out recently. But to be fair, Marvel with their announcements can be very hit or miss. So this one is actually good. I don't mind this one, but I think this is going to be a part of no. Here, this was actually announced today.
This I'm looking forward to.
This okay. This is not that bad. Big white boots and gloves will never go out of style. Tell that to Diddy. Whatever. Travel back to an earlier era of the Marvel Universe with writer Dan Abnett and artist.
I was just talking about. Sorry, go on.
Very good, you're good. And artist Matteo Della Fonte as they showcase some of the first encounters between the Wallcrawler and the one-man war on crime in a new comic book limited series, Punisher vs. Spider-Man, on sale this July. Not bad. Not bad. This is actually a pretty good idea. Now, I don't know where it takes place in continuity-wise because, this...
I think it says just after. Or shortly, just after.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I usually don't care for these miniseries that take a sliver in, and like that. Of like, I don't like when they try to mess with continuity of being like, oh yeah, this is this other story. And we see Marvel do a lot of that. That's also one of the big pitfalls that Marvel just keeps on falling into as of recent is like, I don't think
retroactively going back in the past and inserting events that never were there.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Phoenix. Remember the Dark Phoenix saga with Miss Marvel? You guys remember that one? Woo!
All right, that stuff was stupid. But like they've done several of these miniseries like that. But with it being Dan Abnett, I'm pretty excited because I think he's a great Marvel writer. Or great writer in general.
The Queen in Black. Rocket Raccoon?
That I'm looking forward to.
Okay. So anyway, I started blasting. It sounds like a black guy in a hood. Okay. Rocket Raccoon is back this July in Rocket Raccoon Rocket Rewind, a 50th anniversary one-shot comic book. In the lead-off story, Rocket Raccoon encounters a mysterious galactic book collector before coming face-to-face with the one and only Rocky Raccoon. Wait, what? In a brain-bending tale from writer J.M. DeMatteis and artist Sean McManus. Okay. And I like the cover art, too. This looks fucking sick as hell. It looks actually awesome.
Yeah, that's, I think Ryan Stegman's cover there.
This, I just absolutely just, what a horror. I'm going to buy this, but that is just an awful name. I could write a better name in my sleep. Dead Knight of Heroes. Are you... Why? DNX? What the hell is this? DNX? Is this...
It's X-Men and Fantastic Four crossover. I'm interested. I'm intrigued by that.
Yeah, okay.
I like Fantastic Four.
DNX, a new event series. Okay, writer Jed McKay. I know a lot of people do not like Jed McKay a lot, so we'll see how it goes. Ultimate Endgame? Have you been hearing people talk about Ultimate Endgame a lot?
Not much. I think once Marvel said that they were killing the Ultimates, it's like, yeah, you have your core people talk about it, but like, I feel like they made it lose so much steam.
Yeah, once people know something's already going to end, it's kind of like, well,
that's a big problem. I think that's a big problem with Marvel's 10-issue strategy too. Of like, I don't mind picking up things that's known as miniseries, but if you announce something and then it's just like, oh, it's ending, it's like, well, that takes so much steam out of it when it, could be so much more.
I mean, it could be like Dan Slott, where he said he wasn't begging, even though he clearly was begging. He even sees the literal words, guys, was this book is going to die if you don't order past issue 1. Okay, I mean, I guess. Oh god, Avengers Armageddon #2. Yeah, Avengers Armageddon's coming. You have the Queen in Black. Just how it's all mapped out. Queen in Black, the main series.
Terrible amount of tie-ins compared to some of the others. Like, it's still a little bit bloated, but like, it's not as bad as others.
It's not. That's not a bad. Yeah. So like, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 for July.
5 a month, other than that first one, isn't a bad number.
That bad. It was horrible a few months ago. Oh, a long time. It's always been bad for them that way. But
I went back and I read most of the Blood Hunt stuff, and I'm like, there's so much crap in that. Like, so bad.
They were just launching random new series as #1s when Blood Hunt was going on. There was like, oh fucking, I can't remember. It's been too much. But they need to have it condensed though. Like that is a perfect amount of tie-ins. Like no one wants to have like, and keep in mind when people gotta understand when it comes to events, it's not just the tie-ins, they take over the entire main story you're reading. And then let's say you're buying like 5 other books and all those are tie-ins. Now you're gonna read tie-ins, and then by the time you get the books next month, you're like, wait, this what the hell did I just read? It has no impact on what the hell's going on right now. It's going crazy.
For sure.
Oh my, wait a minute, Dingus. Could you put me in a blind bag?
Gosh. Yeah, I also don't care for these blind bags either. What is this? I don't know what that is.
This is the X-Men's Hellfire Gala. Mutant-Kind's biggest night is back for another drama-filled one-shot of mystery, betrayal, and Omega-level fashion in X-Men. The Hellfire Murder #1.
I don't remember seeing that. Is that Wolverine in a fancy costume?
I think so.
Wolverine's like a fucking wrestler or something there. I don't know what that is.
I guess. No offense, that looks gay, guys. This is even gay people would say this looks gay. That looks gay. Wouldn't have that in my collection. Comic-Con. What's up, man? How are you doing? Is this your friend?
What's up, Castro? Yes.
Oh, it's the person.
Talk about people. It's been a little bit since we have. But talk about people that might know stuff. Castro, does that look gay to you? Go back up.
I'm just saying, just the cover of this. I'm not saying the interiors of the. I'm not saying the interiors. I'm not saying the pitch of the story. Does that look gay to you? Just
yeah.
It looks kind of gay. No offense. I don't know if this is gonna. I mean, it's a one shot, so who knows? It'll bump their sales a little bit. Man, they're just addicted to these just one shots. Just one shot, everything. There's a pun in there somewhere. I know I just made it, but I'll realize it later on. It's fine. But yeah, Comic-Con. If you ever want to come on the show and talk, comics in general, just let me know. Hit me up on Twitter because I'm always looking for clout. Obviously, guys, keep in mind. You guys love Black Panther in the MCU. You probably think like, man, Black Panther is so huge. There must be a current comic book run based on his character. No, there's not. He's had like one shot that came out like a few months ago. That's it. Unless you count Ultimate Black Panther, which kind of like lost a lot of steam after like the first 5 issues, actually. Gambit Wanted. Oh, Chris Claremont's going to be on. Ooh, I will get this. This I'll get. Legendary X-Men writer Chris Claremont and artist Robert Gill reveal Gambit's final adventure before joining the X-Men in Gambit Wanted, a 5-issue retro series coming this July. Consider that bookmark to get. That looks fucking awesome. That's cool. That's an awesome cover. Ooh. They should never make a cover with Channing Tatum's face on it. I'm about to make a name from no. I thought it was gonna sound good when he was announced as Gambit. No, can we get anyone else's Gambit, please? That's just it's not doing it.
I liked it. I think there's worse.
My guy Jeff. There you go. My buddy Jeff gets stuff. This July, Jeff the Landshark teams up with a wild new group of X-Men against Mojo in Jeff the Landshark Superstar, an all-new 5-issue limited series by Kelly Thompson and Tokito Koro. So, guys, Jeff has had... So he had a few series here and there. I guess he doesn't sell enough to warrant an actual, like... Not like an ongoing...
This is his second printed miniseries.
Yeah, because he's had 2 so far, and those went like I think at least 10 issues. This one's 5, so apparently they're like, Jeff, you can't do anything past 5 issues.
To my knowledge, there's only one other printed miniseries, and that went on for 5 issues.
Oh, you're right. It probably was 5 issues too. Yeah, because I remember
the other Jeff stuff is part of Marvel's Infinity Comics.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus. Black
sells,
Cat.
Right?
I hope this doesn't sell.
Why is Venom just randomly back there? What?
Lord Jesus, Black Cat. Oh my God. This July, Marvel heroes soak up in the sun, so does her fucking pussy, in Marvel swimsuit special, brand new Beach Day #1, which will also include for fun, zany, sizzling summer stories, orgies from across the Marvel universe. Oh God. Dude, this sound okay. Hypothetically, if you were a porn connoisseur like me, does that read like a porn story? That reads like a porn synopsis, right? Lonely girl stumbles into a house. I'm not gonna lie, Marvel, that read like a porn fucking movie. Just pointing it out there. Lord Jesus, Black Cat. Oh my God.
I mean, they're obviously desperate for sales right now, so.
This one is pretty cool. I like this one. This okay. There you go. Not bad. If this Avengers Armageddon assembled, oh, good Lord, what are they doing now? Avengers Armageddon.
Right.
That's gonna come out. That's pretty. Oh, if they have the guy,
that's a cool cover.
Carrie Andrews did a fantastic job on art with Spider-Man and Wolverine. Definitely should have more work. I will definitely vouch for that. But that's pretty much it as far as like the new stuff that has come out from Marvel. You have the J. Scott Campbell stuff. His covers are always good. Those you should always be getting no matter what. If you have your character get a J. Scott Campbell variant cover for any ongoing book you're buying, even if you already bought one, buy his. Because there's like just because, just for the love of the game, as they say. All right, time for us to. Oh, we're going to do a comic book review here. Crazy. I thought we were just talking about porn stories. Honestly, this book did not get on my nerves.
Before we dive into Batman,
Ratman.
PSA tomorrow is Superman Day.
Supergirl Day.
Or that right? Exactly. I know some comics are giving away some free issues. Do you know what those are?
Let me see. I know I was on mycomicshop.com earlier. They were talking about it. While supplies last.
I saw something about it earlier, but I didn't look into what they were.
This wasn't on when I bought my comic book stuff earlier because I bought my pull list because I told you I buy it every 2 weeks. I didn't see this there when I was buying it.
Well, it's tomorrow, so I don't know how it would work for that in your case.
At least $10. As a part of Superman Day, my comic shop is giving away one Superman Day comic for every $10 purchase. Let me see which one that is because.
I'm saying what there is.
Let me go on.
DC.com posted.
Let me check right now. Because when you say free and black, I'm already just, already there. Superman Day 2026. We're not in 2025. Let me put comic. All right. Oh my God. Images, news, no. Superman Day goes global. North Penn now. Super Day. I think it was just 4 days ago from comic book from CBR. A few people count that one. What the fuck? No, because I know James Gunn was talking about it. Give me 1 second here. They'll find one offer free special edition paper. Dingus, my goat. What the heck? Why am I never the goat for you people? Superman.
Yeah, I'm trying to find an answer to this because I know there's a couple free things they're giving, but I don't know what.
Oh, I've seen this stuff. I think I can probably bring it up right now. This is DC's website. This is the one you're looking at?
Shit, like right. Yeah, these are what I was thinking of.
Yeah, because remember, they're also mixing in Supergirl into this too.
Yes.
Okay, so let's. Why is the font so small, DC? Holy crap! You guys read that? Okay, that's better. Worldwide comic shop events, which would mean me getting all the hot ladies. I'm joking, guys. These are jokes here. Make sure you laugh. Okay, DC celebrates the summer of Supergirl with worldwide comic shop events, exclusive editions, and fan first activations on April 18th, which is literally tomorrow. This Superman Day, fans everywhere are invited to look up and head to their local comic shop. On April 18th, comic book stores across the globe are coming together to celebrate Superman Day, honoring the legacy of one of the world's most iconic superheroes and Supergirl, the woman of tomorrow. From Supergirl taking over Superman Day to free comic giveaways and promotional sales to creator appearances and fan experiences, retailers are transforming their stores into hubs of heroism, creativity, and community. but that's not Supergirl's day, though. If you want to have a Supergirl day, just celebrate it when she was whatever.
Gotta promote the movie somehow.
Which could literally, it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's okay. I'm not gonna crash out. So it's fine. It's everything. It's okay. Fuck. To celebrate Superman Day, DC is rolling out an ambitious slate of exclusive comics and special editions headlined by Supergirl. Highlights include the Superman Day 2026 special edition of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, issue number 1. Just want to point it out here, guys. I want you to support your local comic book shop. I do. You can buy Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow in trade, deluxe, oversized hardcover, and compact comic right now and get the entire thing, not just in issue 1. I'm talking like
I was gonna say this story. It's a special edition, so it's like you're gonna be paying over half the price for just getting the
literally just go buy the trade and go buy the compact. Because keep in mind, if that's only going to give you issue 1, guys, wasn't there 12 issues in that series? Featuring a new foil and blank sketch variants, and Supergirl, the Woman Sampler, offering 2 previous chapters for the upcoming Supergirl original graphic novel available day and date worldwide. Fans will also get Supergirl number 1, the highly anticipated new series written and illustrated by Sophie Campbell, which is a dude. That's not a girl. That is a fucking dude posing as a girl. That guy's name is Bruce, probably. The celebration continues with facsimile editions of Action Comics number 1 and Action Comics issue 252, marking the historic first appearances of Superman and Supergirl. Additional releases include Supergirl's Zoo Per Heroes, Crypto's Big Break special edition, which features a first look at all ages original graphic novel Superman's Good Guy Gang. DC's Finest presents Superman Time and Time Again, containing the opening chapter of the classic storyline and a Superman number 1 special edition by Joshua Williamson and Jamal Campbell. Rounding out the lineup is the All-Star Superman Deluxe Edition, complete with an exclusive Superman Day dust jacket showcasing key art from the animated film and a digital code to watch the movie. If you guys want to watch All-Star Superman right now, go on YouTube, type in All-Star Superman. It's free with ads. Just I'm just saying these things at the top of my head. What do I know, actually? Together, these releases offer readers of every page the perfect entry point into the Superman family. As Supergirl takes center stage on Superman Day and the summer of Supergirl officially begins, here are the highlights at how fans around the world are celebrating Superman Day in truly super ways. And don't worry, guys, I'll be celebrating Superman Day here at my house by myself with no wife. So, and here's all the stuff here between the different places. Well, keep in mind, I don't live in any of these places. Well, WZ, he's in Florida, so he has perks of this bullshit. So here's the little kid stuff. This is already a Finest book anyway. So here's the Supergirl, The World. Here's the other Supergirl book. Here's the Superman. This is the Joshua Williamson one. Yep. Here's the Crypto one. That's Woman of Tomorrow. Where's the Crypto one? Nope, that's it. Okay. So that is pretty much it. A heroic day wherever you are. From small neighborhood comic shops to major international retailers, Superman Day proves that Superman is a global icon and his stories are celebrated locally by fans, families, and communities everywhere. Whether you're picking up your first comic, meeting creators, or joining fellow fans for a day of DC superhero fun, Superman Day is your invitation to celebrate hope, heroism, and the power of storytelling. See how Superman Day is being celebrated near you. And also, yes, happy Superman Day to every single buddy. I love this character to death. I truly love Superman, and I'm glad he is still as popular and relevant as ever before. Even when people say Batman's better, I think Superman is also just as good, if not better. It just depends. They're like two sides of the same coin when it comes to like some days I like Superman more than Batman. Some days I like Batman more than Superman. Like I said, it really just depends. Doing good, dingus, until I joined this podcast and had to listen to Mac. Wow. WZ, I thought you loved me.
Don't lie.
I thought you loved me. All right. Time to get into reviewing some Batman. Also, any new comic books you got this week from your pull list, or did you not get your pull list this week, or did you go to your comic shop at all?
Not this week. I've been catching up on a bunch of indie books and stuff I bought over the last over the last. Actually, here you want to talk about stuff or something? Here, I can mention something I just recently read was.
I bought the DR. I bought the Dork stuff, and I bought some of the other Image Comics stuff that they've been pumping out as far as like the indie stuff to have like new series that have started. There was one. Oh my god, it looks. I hope my order has it, or maybe it comes out next week because it looked very good. I was like, man, some of this
next week is packed.
Next week is I think that's the one that has this one series. It's going to be a limited series that has like the cover has like this knight on it. It was called like fucking hell. No, it wasn't actually called guys fucking hell. That's just me being an idiot. I know I bought Dork. I know I bought White Sky. I know I bought Nectar.
Are you talking about the Corpse Knight?
Is it Corpse Knight? That looks so good. That cover looked utterly beautiful. That's next week. Oh, thank God I didn't miss it. I bought it was a Firestorm? Not the DC guy.
That's right.
It's a different Firestorm. Not
the one connected to Power Fantasy.
Yeah. I
haven't read that, but it looks cool.
I bought a few of I think it was Lost Fantasy or Power Fantasy. I bought a few of those before. I was just gonna get them in trade because something I can't relatively get too fast. I'll just buy in trade. I know I bought Dork. I know I bought White Sky, and I know I bought fucking hell. I'm gonna buy that Night one that's coming up this next week. I'll say guys, there's a good amount of indie titles coming out from like the major indies you would say. That's pretty interesting. This one called Nectar is based off like these killer butterflies swarming these villages.
I saw something about that. I was curious about what it is.
I just read the synopsis. Apparently, it's just like killer butterflies swarming around like villages. Where like that sounds fucking awesome.
So Peacemaker season 1, got it. I'm here for it.
I guess, Dingus. If you want to boil it down to something that simple.
But no, what I was going to show is I saw you just did an interview.
Fireborn. It was
Fireborn. Oh. I saw you did an interview in the last few days.
Was it with Vaughn?
Yeah, and I actually picked up his stuff a few weeks ago.
Oh, we can review that.
I read them all.
You read all of them?
Yeah, this is all of them. Yeah.
Okay. Next week we can review Phenomenova issue number 1 because he's been asking me to do it for a long time. I have it. I just haven't had a chance to review it.
There you go.
Now, did I back issue 2? Yeah, I backed issue 2. Yeah, I did. I just haven't bought issue 3. Yeah.
Better get to it. He has a Kickstarter for 4 going on.
Right now. Giving money to a white man. Mm-hmm. Oh, my back. Oh, God. My welfare check doesn't extend to that dingus, as you know. Welfare and EBT don't cover comic book backing, I'm pretty sure.
Lots of cool Kickstarters coming out. So definitely always
recommend. This week was packed too. There's a lot of stuff coming out.
I had like 5 books on my pull this week. Wait. I think I had 5 books on my pull this week, and then next week is more.
Next week is Spider-Man, Superman. That already automatically means big. Actually, you know what? Before we get to the review, we'll look over some of the stuff coming out next week.
This is next week, yeah.
I'll highlight everything
on.
Whatever you guys see blue, purple check mark here is what I'm adding. Even if I'm not currently reading it, I buy it because obviously, because reasons. Obviously, Absolute Flash, Detective Comics,
Superman. I've been reading.
This is all. I'm getting all this in trade. I have all the trades already.
Gotcha.
Justice League Unlimited, Captain America, I've been still buying. Spider-Man, Superman. Oh my God. I need to see the covers on this thing. The covers on the DC ones were beautiful, phenomenal. The understatement. Holy shit. That's awesome. The covers
I'm
for
trying
these,
to decide between.
Just get up. I can't just get. My problem here is I don't want to double dip, but it makes me want to do it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Give me 1 second here. No, give me the covers. Okay. So we have, that's just beautiful. That's just.
There you go.
Good material there, baby. Oh, God. That's just white, like my skin. This one I'm not the hugest fan of. This one's all right. This is a throwback to Civil War.
Yeah, I don't like that as much.
This is the Frank Miller one. This one's.
You know what? It's better than his last one. I'll give it that.
That's okay. Well, that's the
but that was an extremely low bar, so take that as you will.
I love the cartoony feel about this one. This one looks beautiful.
Oh, that's a cool one.
That's a very, very cool one. This one's good. I like this one a lot.
Oh, that's for the second printing already. Interesting.
That's good. This one's cool. Or so much. What the heck? Oh! Is that really a cover? That's... All right. If you guys don't know what the fuck just happened, I can't tell you. You have the Spider Pig one.
I got the Spider Ham and Crypto one for the Superman.
Are you
Spider-Man
5 years old?
I love it so much. That's a cool cover.
These are all...
That one that you just skipped, last one. That's one of the two.
This is a cool one.
Mm-hmm. I do like that one a good bit.
Okay, let me go. 40. How many covers do we have here? Oh my god! They have a cover for every letter of the damn alphabet. I know they do. Let's see. We have this one. Let me go back. This will be going back. This is a cool one.
I like that one.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst one because I'm not really the chibi guy, but
No, just got a young fan. I like him, but I don't get much of his stuff though.
This is a cool one. I like that one. That's really
I like
cool.
to see yeah, it's cool, but I like the one that they did for the Deadpool Batman more.
Yeah, that was better. Mm-hmm. I might actually pick this one.
That one's really tempting. That one's really good.
That's the Ryan Stegman cover. Ooh,
I really like the one go up, second row far right. That's the other one I really like.
This one's good too.
Although the biggest turnoff for me is I don't like how it says featuring Mysterio versus Superman. It's just like, I don't want that on there. Just show me the whole art thing there.
Yeah, but Mysterio can one-shot Superman. If you heard, he's Super Saiyan.
But look what's on his helmet. It's the Red Lantern symbol.
I see what you're saying. It spoils too much about the story.
No. I just didn't like the text on the left side.
I mean, I was gonna say that kind of spoils a little bit about it, but it's fine, I guess. I might, because the main cover looks good too. The main cover they had, who did this? I think it was yeah, this one looks good too. I might go main cover, even though I didn't go main cover on the last one. I don't think I've went main cover on any of these. I got the Jim Lee one the last time. I've only gotten variant covers for these because I think the variant covers look substantially better than the main one. But this main cover looks this is good.
It is a good one. I like that one that you were just hovering over.
The Hobgoblin one. Oh, this one looks. I like this one so good. Man, fuck. Knock it out of the park here.
Hobgoblin versus Steel.
You might die. He might actually die. I'm saying Hobgoblin, guys. He would get fingernail shotted.
Here, Justice League Green Lantern. I'm checking out. I actually just dropped Wolverine, so I'm not checking.
We got tired of Saladin Ahmed.
I don't know. I need to make some cuts around my pull list so I can get some.
I think you're gotten tired of Saladin Ahmed. I think that's what it really boiled down to.
Who knows? Corpse Knight does look cool, pretty cool though.
This is I'm pulling. If there's any other indie, not indie, I would say
or just other stuff.
Yeah, just other stuff here that had new number
Curse
one.
of Shirley Johnson number 5. I'll be getting. I really liked the others.
What's this based? Oh, it's the Spawn universe title. Okay,
the Spawn book. It's a really fresh one.
What else is here? Vampirella. We know Dingus is the hugest Vampirella fan, obviously for the covers. I don't think people even open that book and read it. That shit is just only for covers. What else is here? Oh, they're doing a second printing of
that cover is really cool with it.
This is actually cool. A lot. Yeah. Oh, was it? Fucking hell, lost my train of thought. They're doing a second printing of the Dakota incident. I might get it. I mean, people thought that if they supported this, DC was going to give Static Shock an ongoing series. You guys are just... I don't think Static Shock, as much as you guys like this character, can support an ongoing series. I'm sorry about that. It's just, maybe that's... Sorry about that, because keep in mind right now, Batman Beyond and Static Shock had a series, and it ended, I think, this week. Did any of you guys support that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't. That was your chance there. They gave you, that's the joke though. They gave you a Static Shock book to support with Batman Beyond, and
there's so many people that complain about not having a main series featuring the main black characters, but then when they give you a mini series, people don't go for it.
Yeah, and that's the testing grounds for that. Guys, literally, Static Shock and Batman Beyond had a team-up book. I think the last issue just came out last week or this week. Any of you guys I don't know, bitching about it on Twitter, about how much you supported it. No, it's all that I just like when that person said, "Oh, DC has no black-led ongoing series at the moment right now." This I know you were a tourist. Absolute Green Lantern, quite literally, is a black-led fucking series, and it's more than 15 issues in at this point. So just if you don't know what you're talking about, just shut the fuck up. Just do me a favor. Go on in your room, sit down, turn off the lights, and think about what you said. There you go. Do that. Because Dingus wants me to be PC around here.
What?
Oh my god. What else is here? There's no big Omnis coming out this week. I don't think so. I think it's just the Robin Bronze Age omnibus. I think that's it. You have the G.I. Joe stuff, but you're not a huge fan of G.I. Joe like some of your friends are.
G.I. Joe is something I want to read more of. I haven't gotten any of those compendiums though. I need to.
Ultimate Fantastic Four. That's pretty much it. Yeah. After this week, anything big to just slightly go over? This week I'm Zatanna. Jesus Christ. This is a weird thing. This is the week that has Batman Wonder Woman.
Wait, what?
It has it's a Batman Wonder Woman book. I think it's this week or next week actually.
I think you skipped over it a bit up there.
Did I?
Yeah.
Maybe I did. Dingus, I don't have eyes.
I'm going. That one. Batman.
Found
Wonder
it.
Man,
Batman.
Truth.
Yes, my guy Bruce can get laid. Please have a scene in here where he kissed, where they make out, and I'm talking like her tongue is down his throat. Please, I need to goon to something, Dingus.
Sure. You might be disappointed, but we'll see.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
So I need these things to happen. All right, let me change out one of these memes because it's fucking terrible. One of my sound effects is just having it delayed. Oh, when you said Marvel just keeps lying about ongoing series, this is what came to my head.
Hey, Ling Ling! Uh-oh.
Every single time, every single crime.
It's just lying out their ass. It's going to be an ongoing series. We secretly mean 5 issues. It's like that meme of that character that's crying and then the face is him smiling. That's Marvel when they say books are going to be an ongoing series. Motherfucker lying.
Fatality.
All right, time to do some reviews. Oh, God, time to have some fun. Oh, this was a juicy meatball. Jeff Loeb and Jim Chung and J. David Ramos. Wait a minute. Is that after Batman Hush? Oh, hell no. Batman Hush isn't coming out. Guys, Hush 2 doesn't exist. Hush 2 is like my dad. It doesn't exist. All right, ready?
Let's do this.
Time to have some fun. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Batman issue 6. So if you guys have not had a chance to check out our previous comic book reviews on Batman issues 1 through 5, I would highly recommend you guys going and checking out our previous Batman comic book reviews on issues 1 through 5. That way you guys can, hear and understand how we feel about those issues compared to this one. And we would be pretty much at like the trade paperback cutoff with this issue, right? Because I'm pretty sure the first trade paperback for Matt Fraction's Batman run is cut off at issue 6. And I'm going to be honest here, this would be the perfect moment to have the first arc cut off at, because a lot of these things that have been building up, based around issue 1 all the way up to where it's at now. So this issue basically leads into what you guys have probably already seen online as a massive spoiler for what would come up in issue 7. But for those of you guys who are obviously, not terminally online like myself and other people, I will not be spoiling that for you at this moment of time in this video. I'll be doing that later in the review, actually. So just want to point out here, if you're someone that kind of likes to, read this stuff before you watch like people's reviews of it, and you don't want to be spoiled, I wouldn't be watching this, because that'll be something we're going to talk about later on. So, you've had the foundation laid out in the first issue as far as like Dr. Zeller, and then you had her sort of like, I won't say motivations got revealed. It was more like Batman started uncovering more about what she's been trying to do. And then you realize later on in the book that, you know, she's been working on patients at Arkham. You had a lot of, I would say, how would I say this run is really, you know, mashed up to? This run would kind of be like a superhero TV show they would probably do like in the, you know, early 2000s. Like you've had like your villain of the week, which hasn't been like that bad of a concept. I've not really that used to that when reading and reviewing comic books, but having a normal villain of the week has been fine for this actually. Yeah. You also have the overarching narrative continuing throughout each of these issues compared to like how the first one began versus the sixth one. I would say the biggest, strongest point of the run so far for me is I would say the pacing and dialogue have been pretty good overall, even though I don't really agree with some of the creative decisions Matt Fraction has done as far as like that. The worst dialogue he wrote was like that police brutality line he wrote in issue 2 was like Batman was like, police brutality divides us further. And it's like, all right, I just fucking hell. All right, I guess, you know, not the dirty cops that do these things, but you know, just police brutality, right? But outside of that, other than that, it's been pretty good for the most part. I think it's gotten stronger with each book. And I was okay with issue 1. I liked issue 2 more. Issue 3 was fine. Issue 4 I really enjoyed. That had what was the one? It was the Minotaur, right? That was the villain. That was the one that
Minotaur,
yeah. I feel like around issue 4, that's when things really started picking up. Issue 4 was actually pretty good. I loved issue 5. That's my favorite issue so far of the series. And this one was pretty solid for the most part. It was a nice little cutoff issue. You can tell from as the first arc, because usually, guys, when it comes to like comic books now, when you get to like about 6 issues, typically speaking, this has kind of always been the thing. That's like when the first arc is done. So like we're looking at it right now, and you know, Dr. Zeller, I knew she was for the streets. Dingus, I knew Dr. Zeller was for the streets. A girl doesn't look that good, and she's not for the streets. Okay, now we know she's for the. Okay, I will say this: given what happens at the end of the book, is this some sort of like, I don't know, not like a retcon, but this is like some new homage to what Harley Quinn was to like the Joker. Is that supposed to be what this is for? Like maybe she's supposed to be like this new version of like a doctor that kind of believes him or like his understanding of him. That's the vibe that I got later in the book, guys. But we'll start it off because this picks off where the last issue left off. But before we cover any stuff in the book, I'll ask you, did you like this issue overall when I guess you could say you reread it or you read it for the first time?
This is one I liked. It wasn't one that stuck with me too much the first time when I read it. And when I reread it, I understood why. And I think it was because of its being one of those issues, as you mentioned earlier, that it was kind of just a lot of stuff to wrap up that first arc. We got a bunch of follow-ups. Like each issue tries to do its own thing, and this one is kind of like, I would say, the most connected so far to kind of just like follow up on everything that has happened thus far in this year.
Sums up all of it. Yeah, and this was the only book in the series so far that, because you know you have like the intro double page spread like this. This one is at the end of the book as far as like compared to the other issues where it's at the beginning. I just, you know, the major letdown of this series so far is basically been Tim Drake. He's just been, I don't know what this guy is. Like at the end of this book, guys, he's like, I just want to go be with my boyfriend, and I just want to be like out of this lifestyle. It's like, bro, that's literally what his character is. So far I have not, and I don't even hate Tim Drake. I like that guy. The Matt Fraction's characterization of Tim Drake is it's just bad. Like it's not the fact the character is just bad because he's just bad. It's just a bad direction the character is on. And it's not because he's like maybe a flaggot where he likes sucking dick. It's just one of these things of, is there more to this guy? Because when this arc first started for Batman with Matt Fraction's run, they were alluding to the fact that, okay, he can't drive. him and Batman might do that. He had a problem. He was going through his own things when he's on patrol compared to Batman, and just a bunch of different things that were like not nice little setup things. And I was like, okay, see where this goes. And at the end of the issue, guys, turn to X like, I'm gonna retire. I just don't want to be like a superhero anymore. It's like too much for me. And it's like, oh fuck.
I'm hoping it's a decision for a setup for other stuff later on where it works out better in the long term.
He'll always come back. Let's be honest here. He's coming back at some point. They always do. It's just kind of like, okay. I just want to go be with my boyfriend. I just want to just live a life. What? Can't you? Oh, God. Oh, Matt, buddy, stop it. Oh, God, you're killing me here. But I do like Damian. I like Damian a lot in the series. I knew they weren't going to bring back Alfred because the whole Dan DiDio thing is still lingering where he wanted to kill Alfred, or maybe Tom King wanted to do it. Who knows who wanted to do it? But Alfred, guys, has just been it's been a Jarvis AI, which is cool to have Alfred back. But in this first arc so far, Alfred's really not been much there. It's kind of like, I think they only brought back Alfred in that form just so people would stop asking, like, when is he going to come back? Because Alfred is just a mainstay character in, Batman mythos, actually. But book begins where the last book left off. So this book kind of jumps around between certain points and kind of attempts to tie up a lot of the things. So the last book ended off where I think it was Damian. He saved Batman from like that one character. And then he said, "Father." And then she was like, "Dad." It's like that moment in Shrek when they find out that the fairy Prince Charming is fairy godmother's son. He was like, "Mother." So right here, they're left off at Little Tokyo. Dr. Zeller and Bruce are having, I guess, finishing off their date. And then she's like, "We don't have to talk about it." And this is actually some of the coolest parts of the book so far, where you have like these moments where there's like no dialogue, but you just kind of see their facial expressions. I really enjoyed that, actually. And then Bruce is like, "I'm leaving." So, because this is after what happened, where like she's like, where he tells her, after what happened tonight, you're in great danger. And Dr. Zella's like, "I'm well past great danger," because they were literally chased by dudes with swords on motorcycles. Pretty sure you're past danger at that point.
And then Kill Bill. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Kill Bill.
And then Batman goes back home. He obviously tells Damian. He really let it into Damian, because he goes back and he's like, "Damian," he's like, "I know, Dad." And he's like, so Batman, he's laying down the hay. He's like, "Save your breath. No, son, you don't believe it or not. In fact, science has yet to conceive of a device so sophisticated as to calculate the massive sum of things that you don't know. Damian, so smarten up before you get someone killed." Just that's what he did. Because Damian, in the last issue, I got what he was doing. I understand what he's doing. He's trying to save his dad. But the problem here is that now you reveal your secret identity and the whole family's secret identity to a random person without preparing. And you see, like, this is, like, in my opinion, the best part of the book. This was so good. The character, the art that Jorge Jimenez does, the sequencing, the dialogue handling. Oh my God, this was so good. And Damian just walks off. And then the stuff that you liked in issue 4 with the Minotaur, apparently now the book jumps to a point where, like, the villains that were essentially bribed into working with Minotaur are saying how much they don't like what happened. Like, Penguin's talking about his bird getting killed and a bunch of other stuff. My bird. Then Hugo Strange is talking about, like, tonight Hugo Strange will show you the only hand of God in Gotham City is mine, because apparently he structured something to happen, and then it went over the news that the guys on the motorbikes that were trying to kill Bruce and Dr. Zeller failed at it, actually. So then, you guys remember that black kid who caught the Commissioner Vandal Savage planting evidence? So, how we also met that other black guy who's a reporter, I'm pretty sure. So they go to Harvey Bullock's, desk, and then the kid gives Harvey Bullock the evidence on the phone, and then the guy suggests, "Hey, what about the cop they wheeled out of there? He survived, right? We talked to him. It was that same black guy that Vandal Savage threatened to kill if he didn't, confirm the story. And then Harvey reveals, Officer Laney Davis died tonight at Mercy Hospital, strangled. Watch your back, fellas. So that black guy that Vandals was threatened, he's dead. Good Lord. So then after that, we get to a point, we jump to Portside Tozuki CEI Hub, where I don't know what villains are these, though. I don't know what villains are these. These villain of the week characters are attacking this facility, and Batman comes in and saves this lady who's about to get killed by one. He unveils his bat blades and all that stuff. Really cool.
That's
art.
an awesome shot right there.
Yeah, really cool artwork from Jorge Jimenez, actually. Really good.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Batman, I'm pretty sure those are Hugo Strange creations. Yes.
Yeah, because he said, Hugo Strange found a new way to make Monster Men.
Right, which is a reference to the Night of the Monster Men arc. Which I guess would have been the last time Batman. See, that's what was something interesting, is I read that arc for my first time between rereading this and reading this for my first time. And so,
oh, you're good. And one of the Monster Men pulls Batman's cape, so he falls down. But he's like, "Oh no, get down!" And then the whole place starts getting shot up with other people. Now, I don't know if those are Vandal Savage's men or the Minotaur's men, but these people start shooting down this facility. Now, I'm pretty sure it had to do with some of the fact of the people that Hugo Strange were talking to having involved in that. Maybe that will get revealed in the next issue. But after that,
I'm pretty sure those are Hugo Strange men.
They probably are. Yeah.
They look like official reinforcement to me.
Yeah, you're right.
Special enforcement.
And then Batman calls out he calls out the Batmobile. Oh, this is such cool sequencing. This right here, one of my favorite shots in the book right there. Oh my god, that was gorgeous.
I like this Batmobile too. Kind of like a modernized version of like what we see with Pattinson's or something like that. A sleek version.
Oh, that does look like Pattinson's version. Yeah, you're right, huh?
I like it. I can dig it. Hope we get a better shot. Well, I mean, we got a good shot of it in I think issue 1, if I remember right. I remember liking it then.
And then the guy was like, "Hey, stop that guy!" Well, this thing is pretty fast. He's already turned it off.
Stop Batman. Right. Totally.
But yeah,
you know who you're facing against, right?
But this action sequence was pretty cool. I did really enjoy it. And then comes the worst part of the book, where Tim Drake's like, "Oh, guys, I just don't want to do work anymore. I just want to go be with my boyfriend. He's like, just give me a hug." Oh, it's so gay. Oh god, I hate this part of the book. So gay.
Say what you want about the left page. I definitely get your point about that, but
this part was cool. This art is cool.
I was about to say the right side there I thought was really good though, between their actual the actual interaction between those two I thought were really good.
Yeah, the part where he says, "What else have we been fighting for if not that?" That one is okay. I can get behind that one. But then the next part about the issue that I really liked was when Damian hears everything and they're talking, and then the final line he said, "The world is so much bigger than the Batcave, Damian. I know it sounds impossible to believe, but it's true. I'm only starting to figure that out." He says, "I don't owe you anything." Quitter. So I don't have to say anything to you, Quitter. Yes, Damian, thank you. Damian, you're my spirit animal. That guy's just quitting on his Bat family like that, And then you get a shot of every single person's viewpoint of how the book's events have played out. You get the shot of, Damian, who knows he disappointed his dad. You get Dr. Zeller's point of view of maybe how the date should have went. Then you get the point of view of, the person that was killed from one of the mob bosses at the Minotaur attack. Then you get the final shot of Batman saying, "God, what a night." Because as you guys know from the last issue compared to this one, that all takes place over one night because of the date, actually. And then you get this awesome 2-page spread of the shadow of Batman right there, where he's just sitting on the same staircase he was just sitting in. So that was pretty cool. But people are like, wait, it's over, right? If usually when comics do that part, it's over. No, but wait, there's more. Then I thought this was really good sequencing right here. The way this dialogue was depicted, this was amazing. I really enjoyed all of the dialogue and sequencing on all this stuff. So we're gonna go over the dialogue, obviously, but the main meat and potatoes of this is Dr. Zeller is actually, I guess you would believe, working with the Joker. The Joker finally makes his first appearance in this book. And because Joker says, "How did it go, Doctor?" She says, the night was fine. I met his son. And Joker knows who Bruce Wayne is, actually. So that's the only weird part is, like, did he know he was Bruce Wayne before, or did she just tell him in this sequence, and you just have to kind of just imply that she did it, or he would just know?
See, this is one of those weird things about continuity, because Joker's known before, but it's like, when he last knew, was the last continuity shift mean that he doesn't know now? Like, and it's one of those just like overall continuity question, because like just like him knowing Batman or Bruce Wayne as Batman, I feel like has been a known thing for a bit. But at least that's how I look at it. I don't.
No, I see your point. My thing, it's like that Sonic DC issue 1 we read where randomly Sonic like Knuckles said Superman, even though they had like never interacted in that panel until the next panel afterwards. My thing is like, okay, does he know Bruce Wayne as far as like the persona that's Bruce Wayne, or does he know that's Batman? I'm just implying that he might know Bruce Wayne is Batman. It kind of reads as if like, how did your big night go with Bruce Wayne? Because like a lot of people in the city knew she was going to go on a date with him. That's probably why they set up the thing of them getting attacked. But
there's also a way that you could read it, though, that if he somehow didn't know that, even though I don't personally find that, agree with that, there's a part where with his dialogue where it seems like he pieces it all together. Specifically on the right page, top left panel there, after Zeller finishes explaining of just being like, generally speaking, he was out in a flash and he was like, "Oh, I see. So that was the end of your night with Bruce Wayne, huh?" And
yeah.
And so it's like, it could also be read as maybe he figures it out then, but I don't personally agree with that. Although I think he found the part about Damian Wayne interesting, because that's something that maybe he doesn't know, and she tells him more info there that he didn't know then.
Yeah, so I'm guys, keep in mind, I'm just inferring that he might know Bruce Wayne is Batman, or he's just talking about just a regular Bruce Wayne that we know, obviously, but he doesn't know it's Batman. But Dr. Zeller, but the big twist, obviously, is Dr. Zeller is working with Joker, and that thing that Batman alluded to of her working on patients in Arkham, she's working on the Joker, but she's also working on Riddler too. Riddler also had something about him that was fucked up. But we've known she's been doing something to these people for a while at this point. But her biggest person she is working on is the Joker. Now you get this last panel shot, which is really, really cool. Jorge Jimenez's art is so damn good to illustrate most of this stuff. Where he says, "He's my very best friend." Now, that would imply that's Batman. He knows, because his very best friend is Batman, and he says Bruce Wayne. I'm pretty sure this iteration of Joker knows that Bruce Wayne's Batman. Because, she knows. Why would she not tell him?
But here's an interesting interaction that I actually meant to bring up at the beginning of the issue. That she doesn't know Bruce Wayne's Batman, though. Because there's that part where she says,
"Oh, my bad."
I thought it was about the relationships.
I thought it was implied from last issue, but to be fair, we didn't see that though. That's the thing.
No, well, there's the specific dialogue exchange of where when they're talking about Damian Wayne.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Bruce's son. There's that part of being like, "Who knows? I know, nobody, you, me, and him, and that's it." And then, I assume that means he'll tell and then she makes the gesturing, gesture for the Batman.
Yeah.
Signs here, and so.
Because that's the part right there that maybe implies that he told it to her off screen. It's not a TV. It's like off panel. It was implied she put it together. I don't know. But
I don't think so.
I don't know. Like that's where some of the. I'm not saying it's badly written. It's just you have to use a lot of headcanon to apply maybe what happened. Like you have to kind of put it together yourself. But
I just find it interesting that it's like, even though she knows the connection there, she doesn't know anything about Bruce Wayne to Batman still, which I find.
Does she love the Joker? Because when she talks about what she's saying, like, "My night was fine. I met his son." And Joker says, "How interesting, and what did you make of him? We didn't really speak. He was in and out in the Flash," which is not true, because that's definitely it's super conflicting where it's up. Does she like Joker the same way Harley Quinn eventually fell in love with Joker, and now she also likes Bruce too, because we know she's lying. They to imply they didn't really speak is a lie, and you guys know women are always lying when they're talking. That's just what they do. So I apologize.
We're getting a love triangle.
No, God, that's Lord. He says, I did manage to reach out. I haven't heard back yet, but it's only a matter of time after all. So I don't know. The ending of this issue, I would say, leaves a lot more, questions and answers, but you could kind of maybe imply certain things happen. The very first thing is, does she know he's Batman based off Damian saving them in the last issue? Did he tell her and you just weren't shown it in here? And does Joker knowing Bruce Wayne imply that he also knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman based off also knowing her? Or is she just someone who is being used by the Joker to get to know Bruce Wayne, to get to know who he is and his secrets, and then she'll tell him? And then what is she also doing with the Joker? Has she fallen in love with him like Harley Quinn did? Or is she going to like Bruce more? Don't know. Yeah. That's where it all ends. So you got to read issue 7. Good Lord. So many questions and answers. But hey, Dr. Zeller got some fat cake. Oh my God. Just so much cake in that ass. God damn it.
That's what you get out of everything.
That's all I get out of everything. Good Lord. So what are your final thoughts and opinions of Batman issue 6?
It was a solid-ish end, I think. Like, it didn't necessarily stand out to me overall. I mean, you had some bits here and there. But I don't know, it just felt very spread out, and I think that kind of hurt it for me, because you didn't get to focus on like one great linear story that it was telling. It was just a bunch of little bits here and there, and it's something like, maybe if it spent more time to like justify that Tim Drake story, like maybe that moment would have been better versus spending a moment with like the crime bosses or something like that. Like, I get the point of it being included, but it just felt like there was a lot in there. And yeah, it was solid. I think it could have been better. It wasn't one of my favorites by any means.
Yeah. Last issue was definitely better. I think the biggest problem with it, I think this is the biggest problem with, I would say, the run in general. If this were to conclude at a first arc, like let's say this was the trade paperback of the first arc, like issues 1 through 6, or maybe 1 through 5. Big problem with this is I feel like this run so far for the first 6 issues, and I get the attempt at what he's doing, kind of doesn't have an identity though. That's the biggest issue I keep running into when I read some of these issues. It's not that I dislike most of them. It's just that you kind of find them having like an identity crisis with each one. Like last issue didn't have that. Issue 4 didn't have that. Those in my opinion were the best ones. Issue 1 has an identity crisis, struggling between like what is Batman's morality and all this other stuff. Then you have issue 2 of struggling like I don't know, like what side certain people should be at odds with the police. Issue 3 is I forgot. That one I generally forgot. I think issue 3 is the most forgettable issue of the entire thing. But that one is like leading the threads into what she's doing at Arkham. Issue 4 and 5. 4 is setting up the villain dynamic. Issue 5 is setting up the dynamic that Bruce has with potentially another person that's not the Bat family. This issue suffers from the same issues the other ones, not issue 4 and 5, have the problems with, where it's not that it's bad. Like come on, guys, when I read things, these things aren't bad. It's like, but you got to commit to one thing you're trying to execute on. That's my opinion, personally. So you, when this comes out, this will be Batman Volume 1 Daylight. You can get it in hardcover or get it in, trade paperback. This will cover the first 6 issues. This is where like the first, arc ends for Matt Fraction's Batman run. But it's just kind of one of those things where, and then, the Joker twist at the end was fine. That I enjoyed, because that was actually very, very good sequencing. The dialogue was there actually, but I would say if you're using this as a first arc cutoff, this has been all right. So I think the run has just been all right with a few standout issues here and there. And people that we're talking about on League of Comics Geeks of it just not going by the status quo. It's not, you don't need status quo to have an identity crisis, though. You don't need that at all. Also, if you know the spoilers, you knew he was going to be introduced in this. That's not the problem, though. The problem is not the Joker or what happened. The problem is, what are you exactly focusing on in the run so far? And I feel like a lot of the issues kind of have an issue, pun intended. I feel like a lot of the issues suffer from the same issues, except the best ones, because the best ones don't suffer from that at all, actually. You know,
I think I get what you're saying. Yeah,
because like when you don't focus on one thing, then you kind of focus on 10,000 things, and it's like, well, you're not focusing on anything at that point. You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the balance of when you're telling an epic story where you have so many different characters involved, and it's one of those things too where I think having this sort of story when you have two focused stories right back to back is where it hurts. And I think 3 had a similar structure to this. And it might be a thing of where maybe these work better in the trade form, because then it's going to be fresh of like, this is picking up on the Tim Drake story where like it wasn't really touched on since 3 maybe. Was he in 3? I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. If not, it is 2. But the point is though, is like that's at least 3 issues back where it's touching up on important story points. And when I haven't read it a bit, been a bit since I've read it, it just makes some of it, I think, also feel disjointed for me.
Oh, and this is the thing is, Bruce was very hard on Damian, which we said should be based off what he did. That's fine. Most dads would do that. But then he's just like, Damian, I know you kind of fucked up really massively here. I'm going to let you know you fucked up and basically just tell you you're fucking retarded and stupid. Okay. And then in the few panels after that, you know what he does, guys? He's just so supportive of Tim Drake just leaving his family. It's like, that's a pretty hard tonal shift right there. I'm supposed to believe he's this great, hard, badass dad who tells it like it is to one of his sons, but then the other one, he's like, it's okay. It's fine. Well,
I mean, there's also a difference of what they did, I think, though. Like, that doesn't bother me because, Damien was essentially just pouting in that scene, and he was like, hey, toughen up, And then and then with the Tim Drake thing, like, Batman doesn't speak at all until after he lets Tim Drake say everything he wants to.
Yeah, this might be the most back and forth I've been on the issues. I still say issue 4 and 5 is my favorite. Issue 5 is the best one. Issues 1 through 3 were all right. I think the most forgettable one would be issue 3. That one I'm gonna have to literally flip through the pages to remember that shit. But it wasn't bad. It's just the Matt Fraction's Batman run. Hopefully the next arc won't be as mixed and divisive as this one. I'll just say that. I don't think it was because Tim was bi at all, guys. It's just like this version of Tim Drake, I mean, was really cool in issue 2 and then just ended up amounting to, I kind of want to give up now. Bruce was like, all right. It's like, oh, fuck, kill me now. Oh, literally, just kill me. All right, so, well, that's pretty much it. Well, let's see it all pans out. Dr. Zeller has cakes, and Batman's going to have a good old fun time with the Joker, Vandal Savage, and the Minotaur coming up in this big giant war that's coming. Because keep in mind, there's going to be like some big giant, like, let's say, how about a months wide event coming up for Matt Fraction's Batman run? It's going to involve like all the other Batman adjacent titles, and Barbara Gordon breaks out of jail, Poison Ivy, this mainline Batman series, the Detective Comics one. It's going to be like, they said about as big as No Man's Land. So we're going to be getting some big event coming up very soon. So we'll see if Matt Fraction's Batman run can stand the test of time.
Well, that's another thing too, is like, is Tim Drake going to get his own thing?
I haven't, there's been nothing revealed about that. I don't think so.
But like, I feel like it's set up to, though, potentially. We'll see.
Yep, that's true. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have not already, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I am MSK, aka Master Swagging, and we're gonna sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. All right, time to wrap it up here. Do you have anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about?
Yeah, I have tomorrow, as we were talking about earlier, is Superman Day, and Saturday nights, I do my Before the Cape streams, which is where me and a couple friends review Smallville. And it just so happens too, like you just gotta love how some things just naturally fall in place. Where we usually review 2 episodes together at a time, and the first of the 2 episodes is actually a huge Smallville episode that we're going to be talking about, which is the one where Christopher Reeves comes back. Is in it, and so it's just kind of cool. Of like, it's just miraculous that on the episode we're doing on Superman Day is the one that Christopher Reeves is in the episode, which is pretty crazy to think about. And just, I don't know. I just love how the pieces just randomly fell into place there. But next week I also have 2 videos coming out. I have them scheduled for Monday and Wednesday, which is me and Warren's the next 2 recordings that we did of our Energon Universe reviews, which will catch up to everything that we've done up to this point, which is Void Rivals Volume 2 and Void Rivals Volume 3, where we spent a lot of time talking about Void Rivals.
I heard a lot of people have been saying that's not that's the most least interesting one of the entire thing.
We've been enjoying it because it's
one
really
that has like
interesting.
it's like the I would say the origins of like how that universe kind of began, isn't it?
It's alluding to that right now. To where we're at right now.
Oh, okay.
But it's really interesting because it pulls in a bunch of deep cuts from like only if you're a diehard Transformers fan that you'd really know. Like, do you know who the hell Skuxoid is?
Mm-hmm.
He's the main character in that. Quintessons are in it. Cobra the Cobra Laws in space now in it. Like, you have all these things here. It's interesting because it's like you have the 2 main pillars of Transformers and G.I. Joe, but then you have this whole space pillar, which I think is really interesting to add to the universe. And me and Warren have been hooked on reading it, and we've been really enjoying talking about them.
All right. Any other thing? Got any big collabs coming up?
No, but I just had something happen on Monday that everybody could go check out. I actually did a big interview video on Monday with my friend John, who we were talking about earlier. He invited me on for one of his interviews with one of my favorite ever comic creators, and I got to spend about 45 minutes talking with Todd McFarlane.
That's good. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
awesome.
huge.
So
Yeah.
go check that out.
You should also swing Todd my way. I have a lot of clout and influence. He would like to,
Right, totally. He was doing it for promo for the new Spawn stuff is about to change up writers and creative the creative teams.
I heard. Yeah.
And so he's doing it to promote that, but like we delve deep into a lot of different things. You should check it out. He talks a lot about how close he holds to the Spawn property, and it gives you a lot of respect that he's playing the long game for it to be adapted correctly, hopefully. So we'll see.
All right. As you guys know, for me, I got podcasts and game streams coming up. I gotta, catch up on watching League of Legends games, NBA games. What else I gotta catch up on? Gotta do some. Oh, I have to catch up on Master Duel streams and League of Legends streams because my audio was really scuffed and messed up on a few of the episodes, so I had to delete them. So I'm gonna end up, redoing them for a lot of you guys. And like I also said, for most of you guys, doing the MSK show, I'm sorry there hasn't been a consistent schedule on it like it used to be, but just because things are a little crazy currently. But don't worry, I'm gonna try and do the show as much as I can. Next week, pretty sure we're gonna end up reviewing Phenomena Nova issue number 1 for Vaughn Coleman. Pretty sure we're gonna do that because I have to wait till I get my new packages in for the rest of the new DC and Marvel stuff I've ordered. in the mail. So, yeah, gonna be supporting a white man next time we do one of these things. So, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK